Okay, my name is Felton Kinchin. I'm here interviewing Mr. Rufio Madness. Mr. Madness, how are you today? I'm good. How are you? I'm great. That's good to know. Mr. Madness, I'm going to ask you a few questions about your career. I'm interested in your career paths, and I would like to hear from you and your experiences. Okay, okay, not a problem. Fine, fine. How did you get your job? Well, I got this job. I started out as an intern at a local studio in Citrus County and started working there, pretty much sweeping floors, running errands. Then they pretty much moved me up from an intern to an assistant engineer. I'll help out with the big boys. We'll be on the boards. They'll let me touch a few buttons, not too much. But yeah, after that, pretty much just worked my ranks from there. Yeah. Yep. What opportunities does your career field have? Does it have any advancements, any promotions? How far can you take your job? There are actually a lot of opportunities with this job. I do some traveling if I need to go mix anything that's not in my studio. I could become a master engineer. I could also become a producer. There's many positions in the studio and in this industry where what's with my expertise is needed. However, I'm very comfortable with being a mix engineer, and that's why I am a mix engineer. On a typical day, what do you do exactly? On a typical day, I come into work, I drink my coffee, I sit by the boards, I mix. Mix, 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 mix. Mix, mix, mix. I have an outline that I already do the night prior, make sure that everything's ready for me when I get in. I like to mix and mix and mix. And if there's not any mixing that needs to be done, I mix. Listen to isolated tracks all day. That's exactly what I do. I like how you emphasize on the mixing. Uh-huh. That sounds like a lot of fun. I know. Cool. Very cool. From your perspective, what are the challenges in your field of work? There are lots of challenges. One in particular, I would say it's putting your own opinion to the side to satisfy the customer. You always have your own opinion on music. You always have your own opinion on the way you want things to be mixed and things to be done. However, it is not up to you, especially if it's not you paying the bills. It is the customer that's paying your bills, and however he wants his stuff mixed, that is exactly how I'm going to have to do it. If you could do things all over again, would you choose the same path for yourself? And if you would change something, why would you change it? If I could do things all over again, would I choose the same path? Of course. I'm too afraid to think how my life would be if I were to go back in time and change something. It's very scary. I made decisions in my life which has gotten me here today. So why would I want to go back and change them? Things happen for a reason, good things and bad things. If you have all good things, you don't feel the negative outcomes of things, so you don't learn lessons. So I would definitely say no, I wouldn't change a thing. Awesome. I know. Do you have any suggestions of other people I could talk to, to learn more info about this field of work? I suggest finding your local studios in the areas where you live and trying to talk to some of the producers and engineers in those studios. Everybody has their own perspective on how they do things, and everybody has their own way of handling situations. I have my own way. You might have your own way. I do have my own way. I know. So yeah, I would say talking to other engineers and seeing how they got to where they are today. What brings you joy from this job? The most joy I get out of my job is I'd say mixing sound. I love sound. I had to sit down and ask myself this question. Do I love the business? Do I love the industry? Or do I just love sound? Do I do this to make a quick buck, or do I do this because I love my job? And that's exactly it. I love my job. I love sound. I love everything about it. To manipulate it and take it one way and to make it sound like something else, it's nothing else better in the world to me. I love that. And that's why I wake up in the morning. And that's why I'm here today. Uh, all right. Do you have any advice that you could give me, if I were to, or do you have any advice that you can give, any person that's trying to get into this career field? Advice? I'd say work hard, keep doing what you're doing, keep your eyes on the prize, keep moving forward, no time to look backwards. Attention to detail. Make sure that you eliminate all the small mistakes. Just make sure that you learn from your mistakes and keep doing what you're doing. Okay, Mr. Manis, those are all the questions I have for you, sir. I want to thank you for having me. Thank you for having me. No, thank you for having me. No, thank you for having me.